Hello, everyone. I think we're live, right? To a very special edition of the AMAs we've been doing for the mini dApps online. This one is with Slime Miner, one of the more popular games on the Line mini dApp ecosystem. This, I do believe, is our fourth special edition we've done with selected mini dApps. My name is Sean, and I'm the community lead at Kaya, and I'll be your host as with the many AMAs we've done, except I think for about two or three, which we did in different languages. But enough about me. We're all here because of for celebrations, because Slime Miner recently hit 5.5 million users online. With me today, I have Kelly, who is the marketing manager at Slime Miner. But before we dive into the actual nitty-gritty of the AMA, to encourage the users to stay to the end, viewers to stay to the end as well of the AMA, Slime Miner is doing a special code giveaway at the end of the AMA. For those of you who play the game, the code will reward you with about 3,000 Cosmo tokens, which can be used for several different tool upgrades within the game. So yeah, we do have a few slides that were prepared from the Slime Miner team, so I'm gonna go ahead and share them really quickly. There we go. So I know it's cliche, and I know I've asked this many times, but I believe there are some viewers who may not be too familiar with Slime Miner. So Kelly, why don't you kick us off with tell us? Tell us more about yourself and what Slime Miner is about.
Hello. I think it's my first time showing my face and greetings to our Slime Miner users and also non-users who haven't not yet played yet. So I'm from marketing team of Slime Miner team, and Slime Miner is really simple game. It's just digging. It's a mining idle RPG. So you manage these like cute little slimes as you can see on the screen to make them dig deeper. That's their only mission. And along the way, you have to upgrade items and collect rare minerals and also collect slimes to fight in the guild contents or maybe a time expedition that we offer in the game service. And also we have launched NFT and we'll be doing more NFT airdrops later. And so we have some NFT contents also, and also we have point system where it's will be later linked to our token airdrop. So it's really simple. The mission is to dig deep. That's all. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. My mic was
Uh,
muted. Yeah.
uh, uh,
So I think it's all about, as you mentioned, all about the digging. So what's interesting, I think, about Slime Miner, I think is a bit unique that not many of the other mini dApps have, is that it's kind of AFK farming. So even if you're not present in the mini dApp, like because a lot of the dApps you have to be, in
that,
the app itself. Versus Slime Miner kind of has it on standby. Even if it's for an hour, it's still an hour more than what you would have outside of inside the dApp as well. So I think that's really different about it. Okay. So I guess for those of us who are new, well, not me, because I've been playing for about a few weeks, um, why don't you tell us what inspired the creation of Slime Miner itself?
slimes have always been the weakest characters in most of the games. It's like one of like the weak character that you can easily kill. And also the slime character itself has been really popular character in Japanese like web novels or animations and also games. So we thought that slime characters could be easily used as a meme character in the Web3 world. So, and also our team used to develop Web2, many of the Web2 idle games. So, what we do the best, we want to bring it to the Web3. And we thought that Slime character would be the best fit. So, that was the reason why we wanted to make Slime idle RPG game. And also, we wanted to bring users more just just more than just clicking the game, like not unlike the other clicker games. We wanted to bring real like strategy using strategy games. So that's why we made Slime Miner.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of my childhood games growing up was Maple Story, so I think this does
Mhm.
invoke quite a lot of the nostalgia for me personally. I think many of viewers
Me too,
also,
me too.
yeah. The most famous thing that comes to mind is Maple Story, and I think yeah, the slimes do very much. I mean, slimes are kind of everywhere these days, right? So
Mhm.
I think that's it also invokes that nostalgia feeling, but it's it's also very cutesy. You have upgrades. I think it goes from blue, green, red. I haven't
Yeah.
reached past red yet. So and then it's like different levels as well. First it's mining, and then it's digging, and I don't know what else after that. So yeah, okay. So second question. I think the third question, I guess. How can users earn and play on Slime Miner itself?
So when we first made the game, when our game first launched, there wasn't anything to earn exactly because you dig deep and you collect minerals to sell and then upgrade items. But that was it. So recently we added the point system. It has We haven't correctly linked it to the token airdrop yet because we haven't launched any tokens, but we are thinking of connecting the point systems to the token airdrops and also maybe NFT contents. And moreover, we wanted to expand to the point system to give more benefits within the game, like game buffs or maybe special NFT airdrops. So because these point systems depends on how dedicated you are to the game. So the more you dig deep, the higher tier you get, and you get more points based on that. So you really have to dedicate yourself. And also these point systems make users to log into the game on certain intervals because it doesn't just accumulate. You have to do certain action, and once it's full, then it doesn't accumulate anymore. So you really have to be engaged in the game. And also, we are going to launch more NFT, special NFT airdrops. So this will certainly give users more chance to earn and play.
Yeah, because I think in the game there are three different forms of currency. One is the coin, one is the Cosmo, which I think viewers will receive at the end, and the last one is this blue color token.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the point. We just call it the
Oh,
point
that's the
system because
points. Okay,
yeah,
okay, I
yeah,
see. Yeah,
yeah.
because that just accumulates like just on its own, then it stops at two,
Mhm.
and then you have
Yeah,
to earn a
exactly.
ticket.
Based
Yeah.
on the tier, you can collect
Mm,
more points. So like every the tier changes on every 50 floor, I think. Starting from the 50 floor.
mhm.
So your tiers change. So like the more you're dedicated, so the higher tier you get.
I see. Okay, yeah, I gotta factor that into my new gaming strategy because I think it's also a bit fun where you have to dig when the deeper you go, the higher level you get. It's kind of a bit like the opposite of usually you go higher, it gets higher. So it's like you
Yeah,
dig
yeah,
down, you
yeah.
get higher. It's kind of a bit fun as well. Yeah. All right. So, can you tell me what are the standout features or angles of the Slime Miner mini dep that set it apart from the other mini deps?
Firstly, it's easy to play. It's very there's the barrier is very low because when you first start, you don't really have to do any action. You just click, you just collect sell minerals and upgrade items based on the button. So there's not much to do. But as you get higher, you have to kind of make your own strategy to whether which slimes to upgrade and which the stones to use. You can't just use all the stones in one particular slimes because that will kind of uh, not really affect in the time expedition or other
Yeah,
contents.
it'll hinder the other stuff as
Yeah,
well. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta really
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get in your
yeah,
strategy there in
yeah,
the
yeah.
later game. Yeah.
So you can see like fire elements, water elements, and plant elements. So there are four different elements in the time expedition. So you really have to use the strategy well. So I think this is the core part where it's really different from other clicker games or maybe other dApp on line. And also we have diverse contents. We have time expedition, and I think we will mention that at the end. But we will be doing guild updates. It might be done during the AMA session. So, and also we are preparing I forgot the racing slime racing game. It's like a PvP content. So we have PvP and also guild, something to do together. So yeah, that's kind of also the other source that's diversified from other game. And also we try to listen to our community. So I don't know if the users will agree or not, but we always look into community, and if they have any issues, we try to deliver the messages to the developers to like change maybe the difficulty, or maybe just more or maybe change the errors quickly. But as you know, since we have so many contents to update, our slow is not our pace is not that fast, but we're trying our best.
I think Yeah, I think it's something that I think your recent update, you have like 5 or 6 different things you're adding to the game as well. And I think
Mm-mm-mm.
what's really interesting, especially because I mean, I've done a lot of these AMAs already, so a lot of the viewers actually, I'm not a lot of the mini that viewers actually are asking for like a PvP mode where they can versus other players if the game doesn't already have that. So I think that's really interesting that I mean, you've taken the feedback in and you've, reiterated a few times. Now it's finally launching soon. I hope.
Mhm.
It's not that's not in the recent update, the guild PvP.
Uh, PvP will come right after the guild contents update.
Okay,
And
okay, cool. Yeah,
also,
looking forward to it.
the first part of the guild update will be done today. And we have another second part, like, guild wars or guild raids will be done later. So we're gonna keep on expanding the contents in our games within like 1 or 2 months. So it won't take long. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that's really unique about all the mini dapps in general is that their turnaround time for updates is really quick. Like a lot of times updates take like like almost 6 months. I mean, yes, it's a lot bigger update, but I think with the size of the mini dapps, how they are in general, it's just really easy to push out updates. Anything from the community, you just take in, and then you just, oh, let's just do this, and it takes a bit of
Yeah, yeah.
time. It's not like the next day you get it, but I think it's still really cool how you're able to reiterate a few things and some stuff. You are also, like you mentioned, you're updating the game mechanics a bit. If it's too difficult, you're scaling back. If it's too easy, or making it forward. So I think that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, also
Yeah.
one thing to add is because users the time they spend on the game is we think it's very fast. So
Mm,
the users are very fast paced, so we kind of have to keep up. In order to keep up with them, we have to keep on updating the content really fast. So like even though we have our own roadmap, it always changes. The deadline
mm.
is like always like moving forward. And also we thought we wanted to update like content A, but that becomes like the next content, and we just move the other one from back to the
Yeah,
front.
or shifting it around to see what fits
Mm.
at the time. Yeah, because I think at
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
a certain point the game gets a bit. I will say you reach a stopping block where you keep on having to. You can't upgrade anymore. You have to wait a bit, that kind of thing. But I
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
think that just adds to the allure of it. Because if it's too easy, you're kind of like, oh, I just hit the lowest level and that's it, right? So it takes a bit of time. Because I think like for me, I've been playing for about a week and a half to 2 weeks at this point, and like I've hit a stop block I think at 75, I think, because certain
Uh-uh-uh.
materials are not available like until like I
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
think I think the game said like until level 100. I'm like, oh gosh, that's going to take a while, right? So I think that's just one of the unique things where it's locked in at a certain point. So I mean, if you wanted a power grind, I guess you could, right? But I think it's just something that's really cool about the way you've done the mechanics is that, yeah, it stops at a certain point where it becomes a bit hard to progress. You just have to leave it be for a bit, so it does give you that stop block where, okay, let me take a break from this, which is a good thing as well, right? I mean, it's a good thing as well where you're able to just take a step back, relax for a bit, do some other tasks, play
Yeah,
some other mini
exactly.
depths even. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's really cool.
And
Yeah,
just
because a lot
let
of
the
the games are.
slimes dig while you do other games, and like
Yes, you got
yeah,
to rotate around the mini depths, right? You got to earn as many rewards as possible. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so on to the next question, I think. As a mini dApp online, how does Slime Miner cater to the line market's specific interests and needs?
Line is very strong in Japan, Taiwan, and like and also Taiwan and Thailand and Middle East Asia, and also Korea and other parts of Asia as well. So we support about 14 languages, so multi-language support, and this ensures accessibility to global player users based on the line's strong presence, certain areas. And also, we try to do localized marketing. So this month, especially, we are focusing on Japan and Taiwan, spending more money on the advertising to bring more users from the line audience. And also, since Line offers both web and mobile, so they don't only persist on using their own Line app. They also offer, even though we don't have the Line ID or maybe the app itself, they still offer the circuit environments for us. So I think we are trying to use that to bring the Line users and also the Web3 users that are really strong in Asia, and also we want to bring more users from the other parts of the world too.
Yeah, I think that was something that really shocked me was that, oh, you click language. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of languages because a lot of the mini dApps, I mean, yes, they try to support as many languages as possible, but I think a lot of them, okay, let's do, English, obviously, Japanese, Mandarin, Korean, and Thai because of all the markets, but a lot of them don't go beyond those five, six languages. I think Slime Miner itself was, oh, you have Spanish, you have, oh, wow, that's very impressive, I will say. It's very impressive to have all these different, I think you said 14 different languages, is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We wanted to bring as
Mm.
many users as possible.
Yeah, have you seen any of those like language regions get user base or not yet?
Uh, because in our community, we offer various channels.
Mm.
And even though there are some channels that are not really active, but still there are some like chats going on. So based on
Okay,
that, we
cool.
see that a lot of even the countries that we didn't like thought they would come are still playing. So we were very thankful
Mm.
to our users. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that really resonates with the whole, like I mentioned, the nostalgia factor of everything, where you're using the slimes, which a lot of people have been playing since
Mhm.
10, 15 years ago, using that nostalgia factor to draw people in, and
Mhm.
it's like mining. So it's like you're combining that and Minecraft, which is like something
Ah,
not entirely Minecraft, but you're getting that whole
yeah, yeah.
mining experience. Yeah, I think it's just digging deeper, getting those rarer materials. I think it really resonates with a lot of the crowd as well.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, so I think I've technically already asked this, but it's in the questions anyways. So, are there any plans to tailor Slime Miner's features, language, or content to better resonate with line users in specific regions?
As mentioned before, we're doing region specific ads. So for this month, we're focusing on Japan and Taiwan. And maybe next month, we'll be focusing on more other countries as well. But since line presence on Japan and Taiwan is really huge, we want to focus first to bring the line users smoothly on board on our games. And next, second is we are trying to do some localized in-game events within certain countries. When like there are a lot of Web3 events holding globally, so we hope to follow those events and do some big events based on that local uh, country. And also, we wanted to do some partnerships or maybe KOL marketing with certain countries if they're open to it. But currently, we are not doing it yet, but we are open to, and we are looking for doing some collaborations with the regional KOLs.
And these are like online events, right? Any like not offline events or
First, online events, and if we do go on Web3 events on like other Web3 big events, then we might do some
conferences?
offline
Yeah.
events. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I think like right now it's Web3 Festival in Hong Kong. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think
I'm
there's some pretty
currently
fun
in
stuff.
Hong Kong right now.
Ah,
Mhm.
cool. I think some of our team are also in Hong Kong as well right now. So have you
Yes.
met them as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I missed
Okay,
some.
that's good. So sorry to take you away from them to do this AMA, but
No,
yeah.
no. It's more valuable time speaking with, meeting our users and giving the
Mm,
time to explain about our projects and maybe the future, the roadmap.
it's okay, yeah. Oh, that segues very well into our next question, which what opportunities do you foresee the Line and Kai ecosystem can bring to your mini dApp and the users?
It's obvious because by integrating the Line audience and the Kaya, we wanted to bring all those users and gain access to the Asia country, the potential users, all of the potential users on board on Slime Miners. So we wanted to make slime booms in Asia first and move slowly to the western part. And also Kaya's infrastructure and also Line the Line offers are really seamless and very easy to adapt. So we think this is very easy for us to adopt Web3 experience into our game. And like there are a lot of games in Web2 world, but in Web3, it's really not that many. The presence is like it's really not that easy to make in Web3 game. And also all people think about is pay to earn, but we really wanted to make Web2 style games into Web3, more Web3 style version. So I think this is the part where Lion and Kaya has been giving us more potentials and uh, for giving opportunities and environments to onboard onto the Web3 world. We have like since January, we started making Slime Miner since last year, September or October. So it only took us 4 months, but we really had to, not sleep and just develop the games to make on time to January 22nd. So it was really hard. And also, since it was our first Web3 project, we had many trials. But I think those experiences were all really good. And we're currently making second and third lineup. I think this will be way more easier for us.
Oh, Slime Miner 2 and 3 or or
It's
other games?
different. It's other games, but we
Okay.
wanted to link all those, universe all together.
One
So,
big Slime Miner universe.
yeah,
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 that's
yeah,
fun.
exactly.
Yeah, so I think like what you mentioned about onboarding the user base is super fun, super good for especially all the mini dApps in general, right? Because we've seen like many of the more popular dApps. I think Slime Miner as well. You guys hit I think 4.2 million users. I think about 2 weeks ago, and as of
Mhm.
April, you guys hit 5.5 million users. All the stats can be seen on Kaya Square, by the way. So if anybody wants to verify this, it's all on a link somewhere on Twitter X. But yeah, 5.5 million total users on in general as a whole,
Mhm.
right? So what do you think helped Slime Miner achieve its spot today? And was it the team, game concept, good partners, or something else?
First, good partner because Kaya and the Line App has been supporting us really well. Like they always give us opportunities like AMAs and also put banners and like put on the top list of the that portal. And also like they hold a lot of events and the people who are really working together with our development team, they really helped us a lot to easily onboard using their structure. And also the concept itself, Slime Miner, like the mining game, has been played a lot. Like it has a really long history, and the slime character is, it's not really that strange. It's really very easy. I mean, not easy, but friendly. So the concept itself was
Recognizable, I
really
think, as well.
yeah. And also, our team has drawn the unique slime character really well because I really liked it. Especially the NFT characters. They're really so cute. Based on their colors and what they wear. So I really like. I wanted to collect some more NFTs when they do the airdrops. And also, the third part is our team, our dedicated development team, because they have been working 24/7, like even on holidays, like, the lunar days, and even on weekends, they all have been dedicating their times to do the updates really fast. Yeah, I think, those are the three parts that have uh, dedicated to our steady growth. And I think users have seen that and been enjoying it.
Yeah, so just curious, if you don't mind me asking, how big is this development team? How many people do you have
Actually, it's really, I don't know if it's big in the Web3 world, but our team consists of 20 people. I mean, the
in
core
total,
members are,
including developers and marketers as well?
uh, the total team is about 35 or 40,
Okay,
but
that's impressive. Yeah.
yeah, but the people who really dedicate into the slime miner game itself is about 20. because the other
20
developers
people
are
took
doing the
4 months
same.
to make Slime Miner. That is very impressive, especially everything. You're mentioning every 2 months you're gonna update the game, everything. That's very
Yeah,
impressive for 20 people.
exactly. Like
It's
the whole
dedicated devs.
developing team and also our CEO, he's still
Hmm.
developing the game. So he hasn't been like sleeping, I think. I don't know if he sleeps or even if he eats or enjoys like his life, but I think he looks happy.
I think it's all about the grind, right? You gotta grind
Mhm.
until you hit that point, and then
Mhm, mhm.
you can firmly just like set yourself aside. It's like okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can just relax a bit now. But I
It's really
think,
good. It's really good because like if you grind but you don't see the numbers or maybe the users
mm,
don't play, then it's really sad. But we did this and the users are keep playing and even though the all the comments on the community are not good, some are bad, but we still no comments is the worst. So we're really happy.
I mean, to a certain extent, bad press is still press,
Mm,
right?
mm,
So
mm,
it's
mm, mm,
still you're still talking about it, even in a negative way. So I mean, I think when in every single project you're in, there's always going to be people who FUD everything, even if it's less or more. But the thing is, I think people are still talking about the project, so it's
mm,
you
mm,
know, it's still drawing up the algorithm about slime miner. So it's at the end of this, it's not entirely a bad thing. I think
mm, mm,
I
mm,
know it
mm,
may look like, oh, it's very discouraging, but at the same time, hey, it's pushing the algorithm up to mention more slime miner stuff anyways. So, it's really good,
mm,
I think. Yeah, so yeah, it's very impressive, I think, especially a CEO still working on this as well.
mm,
Day in, day out, if you don't sleep, I think it takes a very special kind of person to be that kind of CEO, right?
mm,
Not
mm,
anyone can do it. Obviously, not anyone can do it. If everyone could do it, we have 200 billion CEOs at this point, right? So yeah, I think it takes a very special kind of person, and I can firmly say we have people like Kaya who also don't sleep as well.
yeah, I
Like,
think so.
I don't know how they do it. Like, I think I'm not sure if I can mention this, but Sam literally is in the office like all the way sometimes from like 7:30 a.m. all the way until 11 o'clock at night. Then I'm like, he goes home and still works, still does meetings. So I'm like, he's crazy. But
I,
it's him. So I think CEOs in general are
I
all
think there are
until the
certain.
project reaches maturity. It's
Mm,
all
mm,
about the
mm, mm.
same. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think there are certain DNAs that
Mm.
enforces you to do that. It's not me. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's a very special kind of person. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right. So next, we're going to segue into the future plans for the Slime Miner users and community. I think yeah. So, what does the future look like for your mini dApp? Can you share some milestones from your roadmap?
Okay, so we have done. I think the update might be done now, or maybe during, like before the AMA session ends. So we have updated the Guild War. I mean Guild contents and several other updates as well. And following that, we're preparing Guild Wars and Guild Raids after the current update, and also relic system, which you can see in the game, which is not inactivated, but there's still button. And also user PvP. This is the racing game that I told you, and also rune system and some NFT contents. And on our later updates, we're gonna update like artifact systems where you need to collect in order to upgrade your items, and also new summoning mechanics, and also some tournaments to put like PvP. It could be PvP or guild tournaments. So we're kind of preparing those kind of contents. And also, that's the content side. And I think this is the part where most of the users are waiting. We are gonna do token generation events, hopefully before during the quarter two, but between quarter two and quarter three. So we are on table with big exchanges. So we hope to do the token generation events and also token airdrops. And when we do the token airdrops, we're gonna do season two opening of the new server so that new users can also start, not competing with the old users. It's really hard to compete with the original users who have been like digging like 700 kilometers. It's no way unfair. So we decided to open new server whenever we do the token airdrop. And yeah, this will introduce more fresh users, and the current users also can join this new server. It's up to them. But anyway, we're gonna do these kind of updates to continue evolve into a long-term ecosystem.
Yeah, so I know you've already mentioned some of this, but is the team planning to launch? I mean, what is the sort of like next NFT drop that you have, and are there any alphas that you can reveal?
Currently, we can't reveal anything about the dates because we're kind of strategizing like what kind of NFT contents to airdrop, like whether to put more in-game buffs or maybe more on profile NFTs or maybe linking to the point system. But one thing sure is that we're gonna do some NFT integration into the games, like the current updated one where you put the certain NFTs to gain more in-game buffs, but we're gonna do more on that, and also some point system synergy NFTs. So if you have certain NFTs, then it can maybe enhance you to collect more points. And yeah, I think those are pretty much it. But we're kind of, as I told you before, we are keep updating and everything changes on the next day. So
Yeah, so I guess technically this is one of the last few questions here. But you mentioned earlier that Slime Miner currently is, I mean, I can firmly tell you it's done. Like I'm playing it right now,
oh,
right? It's
okay,
the
good,
up
good, good.
maintenance is done, yeah. But you mentioned there was some updates. Can you maybe go through with us what was being updated with the Slime Miner, like in terms of the gameplay mechanics? What exactly was being updated? Like, you know.
Mm-mm-mm. Like minor updates like shortcut features has been updated on the menu, and the point system of the about the point system, it wasn't really clear, so we added like description. And one of the big one is we have added the payback promotion because I think users really like the promotion. So we made it bigger and longer. So every day it resets. So and also bigger payment, a bigger payback. So the more you spend, the more you get back. And also we have added new mercenary acquisition. So you can check the new one. And the biggest one is, as told you before, the guild content update. So you can create guild and you can do the attendance check and you can send gifts to each other and you can play some contents. We will be doing the guild raids and guild wars after this update. We're currently on the last minute process. So yeah, so these are kind of the biggest. So shop updates, that's the payback promotion and the guild content update. And other than that is like minor, like more UI and UX
Yeah,
part.
more quality of life upgrades, I guess. Yeah, as a
Yes.
whole, right? Because I'm
Mm,
looking at a game right now. Some really interesting. Like, notice the info button as well. You're mentioning that like it
mm,
gives
mm,
me a bit
mm,
more info.
mm,
Before
mm.
it was only like, only when you reach the quota, this. Oh, your max cap is this. Now it actually shows like, I mean, I'm not sure if I can
Yeah,
share it,
yeah.
but like, where is that? Like, there's a little button here, like that I'm not sure if I can share it, but there's a little
Uh,
button here
uh,
that
uh.
shares like the thing. Yeah, so it's really fun. Yeah, so I'm a bit addicted to this game at this moment.
So
um,
this is the part where we wanted to kind of I want to explain that since we're kind of pacing up to users' content speed consumption, we wanted to update fats. So
mhm.
sometimes we're not kind, like there's no information on what that system is. So we update first, and then we later on we like this time we updated later about like adding information to it. So we wanted like users to play more and then update on like those kind of minor stuff later.
Yeah, I think that's something that is, like as I mentioned before, it's something that's very unique about Slime Miner. I mean, that you guys are really still taking in feedback as the game updates. You're still making changes every few months. I know it's only, I think it's really impressive that you guys have only been launched from 2 months and you've already reached this milestone of 5.5 million users again. So I think that's something that is very impressive, and not that many dApps have reached somewhat similar levels as well. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Okay, so I think this is the last slide, I believe. Yeah, so um, before we end, tell us where listeners can stay updated with Slime Miner.
As if you haven't followed our Twitter, please follow our X. And also, most of the news information, like the updates and like the questions about the games, are all talked about in the Telegram. So it's really good to join Telegram first because we offer a lot of information and also users kind of share tips. So please follow our X, and on X we hold lots of weekly events to give more Cosmo items. So every week, it's really hard for me to think of like fun concept and fun events in the game, but I try to. So anyway, we try to do weekly events in the X, and on Telegram we share information and tips and other stuff. So please follow both of them.
Yeah, and I think, like, as I mentioned at the start of this, at the very start of the AMA, this is the code where you can get, I think, 3,000 Cosmo. Cosmos as the I'm not sure if that's properly termed, but yeah, this is the code. It's Spring Slime, all caps. The code will expire tomorrow at 2359. I believe this is UTC plus 8, correct? The time zone.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes.
So 2359, if you're in Hong Kong timing, or I think most of Singapore, Malaysia, those kind of time zones, plus 8 GMT, UTC plus 8, you have until tomorrow, 2359, to claim it. The code Springtime, all caps. I personally tried it without the caps. It doesn't work as well. So yeah, and the QR code here is, you can immediately, for those of you who are interested to just start playing and you haven't started yet, or just want a quick access to Slime Miner, you don't want to worry about opening Line app or opening that portal. If you haven't already added the Slime Miner app to your phone as a separate, like, I think it's not really a dApp, an application, it's more like a link kind of thing.
Mhm.
If you haven't already added it, please do. It's this really fun game. It immediately launches the game. You can also scan the QR code here to just start playing, I believe, if you aren't already playing on the site, like like me. um, but yeah, so I believe that is the end of the questions we have for Slime Miner. Before I officially end, I'd like to thank Kelly for participating, for taking time out of her busy schedule at Hong Kong Web3 Festival to come on this AMA with us and talk more about Slime Miner, interact with the community, sharing a bit more about the project and how they managed to achieve, the impressive 5.5 million user base in just 2 months of launch, which I think is very impressive. I think with only 20 devs, 20 developers as well, that's insane, right? So yeah, as a quick reminder, remember to follow us on our socials. The links are like right in the bottom corner, like there, like there. And Slime Miner, I believe their Twitter is linked somewhere on this X post. If you're seeing this on X, then yeah, it's somewhere. It's in the announcement AMA as well, announcement X as well. So yeah, follow all of Slime Miner socials. I think they just have X and Telegram. Is that correct, Kelly?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So they just have two. So should be pretty simple for you guys to follow. And as Kelly mentioned, I think following them is not only just they update on the latest news and all the latest stuff, but they also host like weekly contests and stuff, like weekly competitions, stuff like that, which I think a lot of the mini dApps kind of, after the first month or so, they kind of, die out a bit, like nothing really. But I think Slime Miner is one of the few that actually still do keep up with all the, quests and stuff like that. Different quests, different. I think Kelly here is the one has taken a lot of credit for it. Has to come up with the different concepts each week, which is something very tedious. I've personally tried it myself, but yeah, I think it's very interesting that Slime Miner has been, doing all the stuff and has been very active, which is why I think they've reached the impressive number that they have, right? So yeah, so like I said, follow them for all the latest news, and I think a few of their community members will also help you out if you are struggling with anything. Correct?
Yes,
They have a very
exactly.
active community, very nice community as well. So any questions about Slime Miner, if the main X account doesn't reply, I think you'll have enough community members to help you trudge along until someone replies at least. Yeah. So with all that out of the way, I'd like to thank all of you for everyone who has been tuning in on X, on YouTube, as well as Facebook. Thank you all for tuning into this very special edition AMA. Yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to Kelly as well for, like I said, taking time out of a busy schedule, especially at a conference, to come talk to us. Yeah, so I'll guess we can end it here. Yeah.
Okay, thank
So yeah,
you.
thank you all. Okay, bye. Remember the code is there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Bye.
Bye.